Hey everybody, welcome to the show. It's the Toy Duo where we're going to talk about action figures and everything pop culture. We're in the 80s. That's right, episode 81. Roll the music.
Here's Johnny.
Toys, 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 manly toys, 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 toys.
I don't know why it has that little clicking noise. I got to
Great
figure it
Scott!
out.
I like that. Well done.
All right, anyways, this is the Toy Duo. We come to you live every Saturday at noon, and today we got, hey Rick, remember, have a nice day. Sir
That's me.
Eric is here.
How's it going?
Johnnet W. Johnnick. I have no idea what that's supposed to be.
Come on, Eric knows.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wicked W. Warwick.
Oh, well,
I thought you were like John Wick.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm at Ewok today.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh, all right.
All
So,
right.
anyways, we're going to talk about action figures, toys, movies, whatever comes up today. We'll be talking about 1981 and a special edition of everything you didn't want to know about 1981. Anyways, we want to say hi to some people in the chat. So we got Gap, he's here. We got Brett. Look at that super chat. Thank you, sir, for the super chat.
Yo.
We appreciate you supporting the channel in such a way. Mr. B is here. Sir Eric Brown is also in the chat. That's amazing. We got Gary's Grills. Jonathan Redmond is here. Let's see. I'm not wearing my glasses, so excuse me. And my memory's not getting that is pretty bad. So if I forget, we got I said Gap already. We got David. David's here saying hello. Ricardo is here saying hello, Vern, Sir Eric, Rick, and Super John. See, he recognized you were Super John, even though you had a fancy different name that none of us did.
I know I try to confuse people, but it just doesn't work.
I have a question. What is it you're going to forget
do you
during our
mean?
live stream? You said you have a bad memory.
Oh,
So
like if I
the-
forget that I already mentioned somebody, or if I forget that we talked about something already, like earlier in the show, I might just run the intro again because I forgot I did it. I don't know. I'm getting there.
It's all good. This is the Deadpool Wolverine episode, right?
No,
Oh, you forgot.
never going to be a Deadpool Wolverine. That I very, very much remember. That there's never going to be Wolverine Deadpool.
Wait, where am I?
Where are you?
I've totally forgotten where I am. I'm sorry.
I know. So, anyways, the opinions expressed by the hosts on this live stream do not reflect the opinions, values, beliefs of Vern Rants or Oakhurst Studios, or the host may not share the other hosts' opinions at all. And you know what I was going to add to this, by the way? I was going to say, and the action figures that we talk about are completely fictitious, and any similarities to anybody or any other action figure, living or not living, is purely coincidental.
Winky dink.
This about.
All right. Anyway, so what you didn't know you needed about 1981. Who remembers 1981?
Well, I
Eric.
know what happened. I'm not sure if I actually remember it.
All
It's
right,
not
so-
even alive since I'm only 29. I have to use my
Yeah.
calculator.
I could probably guess what I was doing, but I mean, it's like all those years from probably 75 to 1990 are kind of a blur.
They're all.
I know the stuff that happened during that time, but I can't pinpoint the exact year it happened.
All right. Okay.
You know what I
How
mean?
do Vern, Sir Eric?
Empire was happening.
Brown- Oh, saying hello, Jumpy McClunky. Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, I did prepare a little bit of a slide so that we can talk about 1981 to coincide with episode 81, and these are some of the highlights from the year. Does anybody know why these pictures are significant?
Because they're from 1981.
Why is there a picture of the Columbia Space Shuttle landing on this slide? Does anybody know?
because it landed in the desert. And
Because it was the very first time a space shuttle went up to space, orbited, came back to Earth, and landed. It happened in 1981. Seems so long ago, doesn't it? Yeah, that was the year the very first DeLorean rolled off the manufacturer's lines in 1981.
Huh.
Down at the bottom, Ronald Reagan, he was walking out of the building, and shortly thereafter was being rushed to the hospital.
Pew pew.
Princess Diana married Prince Charles in 1981, and Donkey Kong was released. Who remembers where they were when Donkey Kong was released?
I was watching Chuck and Di get married on TV.
Do you guys remember any of these historical moments in our lives?
Well, I mean,
I wasn't born, so
I do remember.
No.
I do remember the picture there of Princess Di, and I played a lot of Donkey Kong, but I thought it came out before that because I swear I was in the arcades. I swear I was in the arcades playing Donkey Kong before that. But
Nope,
maybe
1981.
Yeah, and so I must have been in the arcade the day it came out, and and my friend Marty, I remember up the road there was a kid named Marty. And Marty was huge into the space program. He had newspaper clippings, and he made his parents video record every single thing that was put on television. So when the shuttle went up and landed, we stayed home from school. And, we would stay home from school during every shuttle launch to record it. And he would cut out newspaper clippings and put them in a scrapbook. So I'm sure I was sitting at his house watching the shuttle land and take off and all that stuff. So, but I don't specifically remember that exact instance, but I do know that for every single launch through the 80s, we were up at his house watching it.
Yeah.
Like we were there when the one exploded. We stayed home from school and watched it live while it
I saw that one on TV.
I watched that at school.
The problem with the space shuttle landing in 1981 is prior to the one Columbia going into space and landing, they were releasing it from like a jumbo jet and testing its landing ability. So there were a lot of times where you might think, oh yeah, I remember seeing that, but it might have just been, when they were testing it. And when I do my recollection history, now I vividly remember when Ronald Reagan got shot. I mean,
I remember that too.
I was at school and I remember the superintendent came in to address the classrooms. He went class to class and basically told us what happened. And then I definitely remember the royal wedding because that was like the biggest thing on TV.
Yeah, I think everyone in the world watched that kind of thing, right?
Oh, Dino's here, making all kinds
About
of
time,
noise.
man. I've been waiting for 20 minutes.
We were gonna wait till after the bragging camp. Dino's older than everybody, right? So do you remember
Hello, everyone.
These historical moments from 1981?
I remember playing Donkey Kong when I went camping, and Donkey Kong was like the game. That and Tetris. I love Tetris. Yeah, I remember all that, of course. I was born in 1969, so...
You vividly remember that Donkey Kong came out in 1981?
Yeah, no, I remember that, yep.
What month?
It was the summer of 1981. I think they made a song. I remember the summer of 1981. So what? Vern, we already talked about this. I was in what, 6th grade in 81 because I graduated in 87. So if we do the math, what's that? 6th grade, 6 going into 7.
What grade you were in? You were probably still in kindergarten. Rick, what grades how does school work in Canada? What grade would you have been in?
How does school work?
Well, after we were born, we go to igloo number 1. And then igloo number 1, that's like grade 1. And then igloo number 2, that's like grade 2. All the way up to igloo 12, which is like grade 12, and then you graduate high school. But when my mom was growing up, they actually had grade 13 in high school. It wasn't required, but it was like a way of getting your foot in the door to colleges and stuff. It was kind of like, it wasn't your first year of college, but it gave you extra credits and stuff like that.
So, Rick, is mum the same thing as like popcorn?
Mum, British.
Hey, Vern, can you pull me up real quick?
We're looking.
Because
Yeah.
okay, so it's a bragging camp thing that he wants to do right in the middle of the 1981 segment. We don't support. Hold on.
How many of those you got
I
left
don't
now? Do you
support
know, like
that.
6?
I don't support the interrupting the 1981 segment with your soda.
Said Fanta in 81.
you kicked yourself out. What? You kicked the wrong person out.
All right, anyway,
So, Dino, in your storage unit, how many cases of purple Fanta popcorn
Yeah.
all right.
boxes do you
So
have stored?
Clash of the Titans also came out in 1981. Who has Clash of the Titans figures?
I do.
I hope that's a tail.
It is a
Yeah. Yeah. And most of the time, that's missing when you try to find that figure. The one that I have is missing.
I have those
Where are we
two
here?
guys that are shown there on the middle and on the right.
I have a custom made Boo Boo. Boo Boo was the owl.
And
I
there's
have
a
a
skeleton
custom-
guy that looks like the Emperor.
Yeah, I have
Yeah, I
all
have-
three of these, and I have
Bragging Camp. Hey, that's Bragging Camp, man.
But the problem is, I don't know. I think they're because I'm rearranging stuff, so I'm trying to remember where I.
You
set
have the Pegasus carded, right?
I just don't know where I set it down. So
I think it might have been in a box that you shipped me.
hopefully, it didn't fall in a trash bag. That
Oh,
one.
could you?
So this is Vern's most wanted 6-inch figure line.
Yes, I would love it if they did a Clash of the Titans 6-inch figure line. And Josh over at Cat Cave had 3D printed me these
Oh, right
wings
on.
a while back. But I asked him to do it in black because I wanted it for my Black Knight.
Yeah, yeah.
And I have another Lord of the Rings horse that I think I'm going to, a white one that I'm going to put wings on and make it like a Pegasus just to prepare because you never know when
Yeah,
you're
that's
going to
cool.
need a flying horse. Let's see. Star Wars Vintage Collection, Streets of Most Likely playset inspired by episode 4.
Yeah, I like that. That was probably, one of the 2 cool announcements, or I guess 3 announcements I liked yesterday.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Which we'll get to in the hot or
Yeah,
not.
I know that comes later, right?
And these
Stay on track.
movies were all released in 1981. Who saw any of these?
So Raiders of the
Not
Lost Ark.
then.
So all of
Yeah.
it, for sure.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Actually, when I saw it in the theaters, I ended up breaking up my girlfriend because of that movie. So
Did she spill your popcorn?
no, she wasn't able to go to the movie, but I did go with a couple of other friends, and she was a little jealous about the girls that I went with. So
Were they
we ended up breaking up.
That
But
is completely not
Were
the
they hot?
story that I heard. When they went to the theater, she saw Harrison Ford and said, "What am I doing with you?"
Do that old trick to the popcorn bucket with the hole in the bottom?
oh,
Look,
hey, that's
when I first saw The Road Warrior, I did not know it was a sequel to a movie called Mad Max. And then when I saw Mad Max, I was like, "What is this crap?"
right. Yeah,
That's one movie series I think it kind of got better, as it had a couple of sequels up to the most recent one, which I thought was terrible. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, at first I wasn't as interested as a kid, but as I got a little older, I loved them all. Like
Right.
they're not my favorite movies, but I do enjoy them all.
All right.
It's a cool area to be, like a, after end of Earth kind of land, apocalypse, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. How many of these movies did you guys see in the theater
All of them,
in 1981?
probably.
I think I've only seen one. Raiders. I don't think I've seen it. Escape from New York. That was probably like a HBO after school watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
for
I saw
sure.
that one in the theater. I also saw Excalibur in the theater, and that one freaked me out when everybody's like, there were a couple of scenes in there that, when you're 11, you probably shouldn't see. But
We went to movies every single week.
that is the first movie that I asked my dad for Christmas when it came out on VHS, and I remember it was like $80, so it was like a big deal that he got it for me.
With Traders?
No, Excalibur.
$80.
$80 for what?
The VHS Excalibur.
Yeah,
Did it
some of
come with
them
a-
were.
Oh yeah, they were expensive back in
Yeah.
the day, right?
So
I remember one of them that we wanted was $90. Yeah.
Yeah, the price on VHS tapes came down with Top Gun because they included that Pepsi commercial, and that was the first time that movie makers realized there was an opportunity to sell basically commercial space on their VHS tape.
So, did you know that Escape from New York is actually a prequel to Planet of the Apes?
It is not, but okay.
Come on, that is Rick Facts.
What up, suckers?
Well, it goes by the poster. Look at the poster. Isn't that from Planet of the Apes?
No, it's from Escape from New York.
I think I'm right. I think I'm correct.
All right. Anyway, so Mr. B saw all of those in the cinema. Jumpy McClunky loved Excalibur. Gary saw all of them. So what we're doing was we're really aging the audience here.
I don't remember Excalibur, honestly.
Really? You know what it is? It's about a guy who pulls a sword out of a stone and becomes a boy king.
Was that the story?
Yeah.
In that one?
Yep. And
was
who
it
do
a
you think?
Disney?
What?
Was it Disney back then too?
I think it was. I don't know if it was Disney. If it was their. It had to have been like whatever Touchstone, right? It wasn't like Touchstone, the Disney company that got into a lot of trouble because of Splash.
Was Splash a Disney movie?
It was made by Touchstone, which is Disney, same company that made Pretty Woman or whatever, which is what was getting them in Hollywood. Well, this is a Disney film. Look at the content. Yeah. What about who was the first knight to follow Arthur in Excalibur? Oh, let's see. It was Gary.
Was it Galahad?
No, wasn't it Patrick Stewart? Whoever Patrick Stewart played, right? He was like, I'm going to do the right thing.
Was Lancelot really the first knight?
Yeah, he was the guy that fought with Arthur when everybody was up in arms, right? He was like the first guy basically saying, I'm going to back you.
Yeah.
No, the Nomad guessed first. What does he win, Vern?
Ding, ding, ding.
I don't know. What are you going to send him?
Popcorn.
Yeah, send him popcorn.
And then he has an affair with Arthur's wife.
Yeah. Lancelot.
When's bragging camp?
So when Northern Nomad says, "What's up, suckers?" I was going to try to do a video clip of like Roddy Piper putting on those glasses and then like all of us on the screen, and then the glasses come up on the screen, and then we all look like suckers.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be funny.
I just didn't get a chance to do it.
Yeah.
What's the five-time Booker T champion?
Watch Raiders, Escape, Excalibur, but I watched the Road Warrior at the drive-in. That counts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Drive-in's classic. I love it.
And then I think it's somebody getting a delivery.
Who's backing up? Yeah.
Outside, can you hear it raining too? Jesus.
So
That's gotta be. Is that you, Rick?
Yeah, I live in an apartment building, so every 11 minutes there's like a new delivery truck or a garbage truck or a recycling truck.
Rick's actually out on the streets right now. That's just a green screen.
So I'm interested to know if when you left the Road Warrior at the drive-in, was everybody trying to drive crazy? Because, you know...
Quick, get to the gas station!
Because there's a lot of street racing going on after the Fast and the Furious movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
People jumping on others' hoods.
Yeah.
Wasn't there Fast and Furious movies in 81? They've had so many sequels. I think they whatever, right?
I don't know. Anyways, what else do you guys remember from 1981 that you're interested in talking about?
I thought Empire Strikes Back came out in 81.
No, that was 1980.
1980, okay. I was playing with my Empire Strikes Back toys in 1981.
Yeah, I was playing with
We missed it last week. We missed it doing a 1980 history thing last week, so it's too bad we can't go back in time. Not
Can you edit that part?
1984.
Not until 84, right?
So in 1981, say I was in seventh grade. Seventh grade, we had in middle school we had a lip sync contest, and me and my buddies lip sync to Kiss. I mean, not Kiss, AC/DC. Yeah. And I was Angus Young doing the Angus Young thing, running around. So there may or not be photos out there of that.
Yeah. Apparently, you didn't win, right?
No, we did. We won.
Oh,
Concerts were big in the 80s. I remember in the
Where's
I won a
6th grade
popcorn bucket.
in Northern California, kids in my class were going to the Cow Palace to watch like concerts, and at the time I was like, man, how are you going to a concert? I mean, my parents are never going to let me go to a concert. Then I realized these kids, what they were doing was they were just like jumping in the car with their older brothers and sisters, and then their parents didn't even know they were driving 2.5 hours out of town to go see a concert. See, 1981.
I went and saw AC/DC. Who Made Who?
Highway Patrol playset, Jaws game, Mon-Chi-Chi dolls, Skidoodles, and the Empire Strikes Back figures.
But the Jaws game came out in the 70s, didn't it?
I'm sorry?
The late the shark game by Ideal. It came out in the 70s.
Yeah, I don't know. But you were probably still playing it in 1981. Now, I don't know when Star Trek The Wrath of Khan came out in theater, but when I do my research for 1982, and if it pops up, it will definitely be in the infographic.
IBM put out their first computer, which used Microsoft DOS.
Oh, are you on Wikipedia now?
And the Tandy TRS-80 came out.
I had a TRS-80 color computer.
Yeah, we had a Tandy TRS.
And a tape cassette player where you could record your programs on it in deep.
Got it at Radio Shack.
Yeah.
I don't think it went to a concert until later in the 80s.
Probably. Yeah, me too. I didn't go.
I
think one of my first concerts was U2, The Unforgettable Tour.
In my town, where
it was TV or something like that.
in the town I grew up,
It was supposed to be Whitesnake, but my parents didn't want me going to a rock concert because they were afraid I was going to get
Easy
killed.
Top was one of my
Yes,
first.
right.
Remember, we got dropped off by my parents' dad, and he went to the concert, but like with his friends or whatever. So it was like our first time, like as kids out at a concert, like by ourselves or whatever, and it was a good experience, learning experience.
So I had to go to go see Tiffany first because that was the one they would let me go to by myself.
Tiffany.
And if I lived through,
she's saying, you think you're alone now?
Yeah. And if I lived through Tiffany, then they would allow me to go to see Whitesnake. So
is she the one that did the cover of You're Just 17 or whatever?
I don't know.
Okay.
Too young.
so
All
in
right.
the 80s where I grew up, there was a big, like, say it's like a fairground sand pit, right? And they used to have fairs there and concerts. We've had Ozzy Osbourne there, Twisted Sister, Blue Oyster Cult, and they were supposed to get Motley Crue, but the town put an axe to that, and we're like, no, we're not having Motley Crue there. But yet they had Ozzy Osbourne there. But I did see Ozzy. I did see Ozzy. No, I'm not done my story, dude.
Cut to the door.
So we did have Ozzy there, and I saw him, and it was kind of weird because you can tell it was raining out, so it wasn't like packed, and you could tell that he was like, "Why am I here?" You know, it kind of ruined the whole thing.
New Hampshire.
All right. So that was 1981.
Yep, 1981.
No, it wasn't. That was like 1986.
No,
You guys remember Coolio?
What?
Yeah.
Coolio? I remember we won tickets to a concert, a Coolio concert.
he just passed away, didn't he?
And
A few
possibly
years ago, I think.
we won tickets on the radio or something. So we went down to those concerts. We're like, yeah, we'll go free concert. You know, there was like 11 people there. It was in a big venue, and I'm like, how they can't even afford to pay the bill to turn the lights on. So that was pretty sad.
Let's see. Heavy metal. Heavy metal also came out in 1981. I watched it in the theater.
Yeah.
I saw that one too.
John was a mall rat. That's why he saw Tiffany, because she was always at the
Definitely
mall.
was a mall rat. Yeah.
Was that 1981 the year of the crank and release motorcycle toy?
Like the
Evil
Evil
Knievel.
Knievel?
Evil Knievel came out in the 70s.
I thought it was in
And
the
then put Dino back in the green room for interrupting. Will do.
Yeah, Heavy Metal, the animated movie. That was. I loved it. I still love it.
I like the green room. It's cozy.
All right. Anyway, so this is the crowdfund update you didn't know you needed, and your guys are probably going, "Why are we having a crowdfund update?" to finalize the HasLab. But first, we need to talk about something else. Super 7 ran kind of like a crowdfund thing on their website and closed it for pre-orders on the Tiamat Dragon. But somehow, if you go to Amazon and the Super 7 store, you can still pre-order it.
That's crazy. But can I make one comment? Vern, is that your show voice that you use when you say things like that?
What do you mean?
This is game show voice.
That's how I talk.
And remember the $300.
Have a nice day.
Thanks for ordering.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy that like Super 7, I feel like they just pulled a fast one on everybody by saying, hey, we're going to have this limited time release. And then they did that thing on their website and they said, and we'll just secretly make 1,000 of them and continue to sell them over on Amazon. No one will ever know.
Vern,
Can you make 4 easy installments of $25?
Not on Amazon, no.
No, but apparently you can pay $200 and get an Amazon Prime card.
That is true. You could do that. What does Rick want me to do? I couldn't hear because
Vern will post that below.
Everybody was. I'm sorry. What?
You'll post my link below, my affiliate Amazon link.
No, I won't do that.
No, man. Exit Dino now. Gap, be nice, will you? What's going on?
Yeah, nobody wants to buy that. It's a Super 7.
Vern's gonna get it. Vern.
I like Super 7, but $300 for a
so you can buy
Dragon.
it. Okay, hold on. Nobody's gonna want this, but what do you guys think about that though? Like,
There's
no very
rules.
odd.
Doesn't that
There's
seem
no
like
rules.
like
Was it
in a way like
Was it on
I
Amazon during the campaign, or did they just
no?
post
That's
this
right.
after?
Now I took that picture like right before earlier today when I was finishing stuff up. Like, there's the link for it if you guys want to go check it out. It's
Yeah,
for
I
pre-order.
saw it on Amazon earlier today. Yeah.
You can pre-order.
Or was it on, or did they just not close the Amazon offering, or
Well, it'd be stupid business to close a link to something that's not made yet.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
not
no.
money
The
for
website, you cannot buy it on their Super 7 website anymore.
right, but you can go
You
to
can buy it
Amazon
on
and buy it.
Amazon. That's
So what
what
they did is they probably made,
it's the same
okay,
as
we're making
Hasbro.
3,000 of them. 1,000 of them are going to Amazon and 2,000 for some. They did some kind of assortment.
It's
There's
the same
always a-
thing that Hasbro does. You go on Pulse and it's sold out, but you go on Amazon and it's still there. You know, I've never understood why
Completely different companies.
a lot of companies do that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's nuts. It's like almost thinking like, so you know when that Dragon Man is done at Pulse, like, is it still going to be available on Amazon for me to pre-order?
Yeah.
No, because that one's actually Amazon.
Oh, it's
or
a Pulse
Hasbro
exclusive, right?
exclusive.
But I'll be
toy.
able to pick up all the extra ones that they made at Ross next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's pretty funny because you can actually order any one of the Dungeons and Dragons items from here, from
Right,
that.
and they're
that
all
same
like,
link.
closed on Super 7's website.
Yeah.
And then they keep saying, "Oh, 4 days left. If you want to get it, 4 days." Anyways, I
Well,
just
it's kind of like all McFarlane. He has a bunch of Target exclusive items. Not just McFarlane, but I'm using him as an example. So he has a Target exclusive Batman number 7,432, Target exclusive in the States, but it's also on Amazon in Canada.
right.
You know, like there's some things that you just have to do.
I
Make
have
it
a
available
feeling-
to a
I have
larger
a
audience.
feeling Mod Extra calling us geezers. He was secretly watching the entire 1981 segment.
So Super 7 might be doing something similar. Like if
Yeah.
I want on Super 7's website to order it and ship to Canada, they might go, oh, well, that's another $300 to ship to Canada.
Yeah,
Just get it from Amazon and get free shipping.
yeah, it could be. I mean, I'm imagining that they probably
for
had
sure
a
that
minimum number that they needed to like produce to keep
Because-
costs down, anyways.
No,
And so they
Super
just said,
7
well-
products are not sold at retail in Canada anywhere. It's
Yeah,
for
you know,
whatever.
like Super 7 goes, well, you know, only 100 people like order these, but we got to make 1,000. So we'll just have them up on Amazon or something, right? And we'll send 5 to Canada for Rick.
All of Canada. I do like this. Look for like retro figures. Like if there was a cool 3 3/4 D&D line in the old cartoon style,
what is-
I think it would be a badass seller. Watch them release some
don't know
3
what that is.
3/4 D&D ones in the next few months.
Real quick.
Well, if you gave me a second, I could tell you what it was, but
Is it part of the crowdfund
Yeah.
segment?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just surprised we didn't get any updates on any HasLabs that are in production yesterday. That was
Right.
kind of weird.
Well, probably because Marvel skipped the HasLab for that Dragon Man.
Yeah. Well,
It's partly 'cause all of their
I think they also have their 10/27
Yeah.
event next month. So we'll see.
Hasbro's Disney contract for Marvel and Star Wars and whatever other products they get from them, their license, does expire in 2025. So that could be a reason why we're not seeing future things to be produced in 2 years. Because in 2 years, Hasbro might not be making any of
All
these
their
products.
HasLabs are supposed to just be a year out, right?
I just
2
meant
years out,
like
really.
we didn't get any
Year out.
update on the Ghost or the Ghostbusters stuff that's
Yeah.
in production. That's what I was
He's
getting
a
at.
car, right? And haven't broken
Yeah,
any news on that yet.
And no pipeline reveals, but we'll talk about that when we get
Yeah.
to the
Did
thing.
they show a ROM figure in the pre-show,
No,
like a
hold on.
prototype ROM?
Wait a minute. Let me
Yes.
ask you a question. Is this a hot or not, or is this a crowdfund?
well, you didn't have to pop it up now, but I'm just putting it out.
Oh, okay. Why I thought
Yeah,
it was relevant
sorry.
to the conversation. Okay. All right. So we'll pop that up when we get to the hot or not section, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Gary sent it to me.
Okay. Yeah,
No
they
red
didn't
rose.
even talk about the Ghostbusters, did they?
Right.
No,
Yeah.
they said the next thing they're going to talk about
The
Ghostbusters.
10/27.
All right. And did they pat themselves on the back?
No, they didn't even bring this up, did they?
No,
For the closeout of the Rattler. No.
no, I don't think they had enough time.
That was even mentioned.
No.
I think they were kind of rushing, weren't they? Because they were coming close to the end. It was the
It's
Marvel
premium
team and then
show.
Transformers.
Yeah. So it was 26,000 when they closed, and then the next day all of a sudden it was 28,000. So how do you account for 2,000 more?
So did I guess
Other
exactly right?
retailers that they partner with probably reporting figures at the end.
That's exactly the number I guessed, isn't it? You have to rewind to last week's show to find out and confirm.
Hey, Vern, Killer Killer's here. My buddy, my popcorn buddy.
Hey, how's it going?
You a popcorn buddy?
Yeah, he's the guy that helped me out with the new popcorn buckets that I had no idea about.
You didn't know about it.
Pennywise, the Pennywise and the Chucky one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Oh,
And Jordan Hembro kind of confirmed during the live stream yesterday that was the first ever Hasbro live stream. Like they've never
done it live. They've always been pre-recorded segments. Yeah, I thought it was fine considering that
yeah, they did.
that they did stuff live. I mean, it's hard to do stuff like because you just don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it's easy for me to have to go in and like edit half the stuff that gets said because it's live. But yeah, you try not to want to do that. But I mean, like we're going back and forth. I was trying to stick to the segment here, but like I didn't know what this was. This looks pretty cool. What is this? Tell us what this is.
So Fall Geek Out is our target. So this is an upcoming release, I guess, that NECA released is Planet of the Apes. That's what Gary told me. He just said it. He wanted to know if you knew about it. And I didn't know about it either. So
I saw pictures of the Planet of the Apes at Comic-Con, but I haven't seen any of the releases or anything.
yeah, I didn't see this. I've been following the Fall Geek Out. I've been watching it, but I didn't know this was coming out.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That is not going to be in the hot or not section.
Well, it is right now. So hot or not, everyone? Is this a hot or not?
It looks unpainted.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
All right. So
And we don't have
what is the crowdfund? And then I wanted to throw this out there. This is Icon Heroes. These are the guys that sent me those Zujitsu action figures. They're running a Kickstarter for their comic book.
comic book, right?
It's 100% funded. They only needed $1,500 to get that thing produced. They're at $2,600. They unlocked their second stretch goal. They got one more stretch goal coming up at $3,500. So if you guys are interested in a comic book about martial arts fighting animals, they have it over on Kickstarter. They also have their action figures just available for pre-order. So they're not going to be doing a Kickstarter on the figures. It's just for the comic book.
Very cool.
Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to read some comments. Let's see. The points, the POTA
Points.
powers of the action. I don't know.
We all get one guess.
Okay.
I don't know the acronym.
Ape set. Planet of the Apes.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't even know what that was either. Good
You
one.
gotta be in the Planet of the Apes.
It's a Saturday. What do you expect?
Killer's talking about the Megan figure. We were showing that off a little while ago, a couple weeks ago. Let's see, Mod Extra. Oh, game place was nope. And took the usual excitement out of it. Then left 2 reveals until afterwards. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. I didn't like the way they did that either. That picture didn't give it justice. All right, so let's move on to the next section, which is
that would be the Planet of the Apes. See, everyone's interested in the Planet of the Apes burn. None of that stuff that you're showing.
Only the
and movie news you did not know you needed. We will take a moment to remember James Earl Jones, who passed this week, and everybody remembers him from being in all the Tom Clancy films, especially The Hunt for Red October. Yes, that is apparently my announcer voice.
Yeah, it is your announcer voice. I told you. You even do it in your videos. And remember,
realizing.
Yeah, definitely a sad day
when
I saw this news. And in the same news, their Grand Moff Tarkin's family is kind of having troubles with Disney using his likeness in Rogue One. But in this case, James Earl Jones, he did actually, while he was alive, sign a similar deal with the Disney people to use his voice.
Oh, you think they had him record a bunch of stuff that could get plugged into?
Well,
AI
it was a news thing over the past couple of years that he did officially contribute, or like maybe he just said every word in the dictionary and they just saved it, on a disc.
Yeah.
So, Vern, I have something relevant to this. If you want to show pickups.
Okay, so he did have a pretty small role in Star Wars. I wasn't sure if you guys were aware, but he was actually the voice of Darth Vader.
What?
Wow.
I thought that was David Prowse.
I'm just messing around.
No. Hey, I have a bragging camp on this item if you want to.
What's interesting about what you guys are talking about recording the voice, he didn't have to actually record lines. He could have just recorded like the pronouncing of syllables, like they did with that Siri person who just went and pronounced like every letter,
candlestick,
every sound, where they go e ch.
And yeah, what Mr. B says,
I wonder if it would come out the same though.
It will for sure benefit his family in the future. Like it's not a poor thing. And with the Grand Moff Tarkin issue, sorry, I just can't remember his name, Peter Cushing. Maybe they didn't get a big fat paycheck after, and understandable why, your family or the people that would cherish you and your rights would have a problem with it because maybe they probably didn't get a nice fat paycheck. Right. So that's probably what that's about.
We're still waiting for Brody for a NECA figure of Chief Brody.
Yeah, and then
because of likeness rights and stuff.
Yeah, they can't. They actually made the figure. They had the actual figure made. The sculpt looked amazing, the outfit and everything, and the family shut it down.
Wow.
And I believe it was similar for like the Tonica sisters, on the Star Wars side in the Cantina. Like one's passed away, but one's alive, and the one alive one was, maybe
I think so. Yeah.
One confirmed she got some kind of paycheck out of it, and it looks like that's probably how it happened, right?
Yeah.
So
anyways, James Earl Jones had a lot of fantastic roles, and
anyways,
I think it's worth doing a 2-week rewatch of everything he was in. So right after the show, we'll all get started on that right away. The other TV and movie news that I wanted to mention was that yesterday was Friday the 13th, for all of you folks who are superstitious, which only means one thing, that Tuesday is the 17th, which is the official day to rewatch Psych's episode, Tuesday, the 17th.
Oh.
I thought that was the name of Dino's and John's next movie.
Yeah, I actually I watched the remake of Friday the 13th last night.
If you like horror movies and you like comedy, I think this one's really a good episode
Bad Boys in it.
for people to
right
jump
there.
into the show Psych.
Bad Boys.
It's,
What's this on? What streaming service is this on?
Peacock, I think, has Psych, and you might be able to get it on Tubi maybe. But basically, like he's like a psychic detective, not really psychic. He's a fake psychic detective. But his high school buddy buys like a summer camp. They go to check it out, and then that's when the horror ensues.
I've never seen this. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. So typically every show is a kind of like a play on something out of like the 80s or 90s, like whatever, like that a Fast and the Furious episode, that a Point Break episode, you know, it was kind of like combined. So this one is,
And they stole Bad Boy from us.
what?
Is it from the 80s or is it more modern?
No, this is a modern show.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they stole Bag Boy from us. Yeah,
And Don't
that's
Scream.
Bag Boy right there.
Looks
And
like-
then
Yeah,
Don't
right there.
Scream.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, and the part of the show that Dino shows up for is bragging camp.
All right,
leaving.
hurry up because I gotta leave. I gotta go see Beetlejuice.
You didn't know you needed. Who wants to go first?
I'm always the one that goes last.
I got nothing, so
All right, Rick,
You
do you
guys
have
go.
anything?
Have
I
you
got
opened?
another little teeny weeny.
Did you show that last week?
yeah, he showed
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
last.
No, I showed
or was
He-Man.
it He-Man?
No, you showed that too.
No, I didn't even have
I think it
last.
was the He-Man
Oh, no.
because we were comparing like the world's smallest.
All right, what
He-Man.
else?
And I went to the Hallmark store to look for the new Vader ornament.
Okay.
Yep.
I saw
That's
this on
good.
sale for 18 loonies. So I picked up last year's Hallmark Jabba. And this is
That's pretty
glorious.
cool, Rick. I gotta say that's pretty cool.
Like,
Are you doing a giveaway?
Not relevant. Somewhere on here there's a button right there.
On this side. Yeah.
You're gonna get copyright, Vern.
It's okay. Vern's rich.
His mouth moved. I saw his mouth move.
His mouth moves. His belly moves. It's
Does it really?
It's
Yeah.
freaking brilliant.
Well, the
No,
mouth
no
does.
kidding.
I don't remember the belly moving.
Hey, Rick, can you get me one of those?
They did have two of them there.
Yeah, if you go again and they have another one, let me know.
Yeah, I can for sure.
Why don't you just go to your own Hallmark and get it?
Yeah.
I don't know where I don't know where there's a Hallmark.
John,
They
do you have
sold out.
anything besides that bag of
No.
Lay's chips over there?
Yeah, I got a bag of chips. That's what I got lately.
That's it.
Hey, what's that? What about that ET over there? I like that ET.
Is that
ET was
plain?
from Universal last year. I showed it to you.
I
I
know.
asked you when I was
Plain
at
Jane
you
flavor?
if you wanted one, and you said no because it was
No,
too
I
big.
didn't. You said, do you want this or do you want the cup? I said, ooh, I don't know. I want them both. And you said, well, too bad.
All right. So,
Yeah,
so
right.
John's not, no, right?
All
I'm
right,
not
so
big.
nobody. I want to know, Eric. Eric, did you open the Star Speeder yet?
It's sitting right there.
I
It,
saw
it said
stacks
no.
of it.
You haven't yet? Jeez.
Photo.
All right. So I got the Marshall this week from Ramen. I
Nice.
think it looks really good.
So his hat
I did
fell
do a
off.
video. It's on my
I
Just
channel.
love the
lost
remote
his hat.
Look at that. The hat does not stand. He made a whole video where he was like turning the dude upside down with the hat on, but I can't replicate that. So
Magnets next time. Come on.
I have the original Brave Star. He doesn't. I didn't know he was Indian.
Yeah. What do you mean you didn't know?
I
He was
honestly
Native
didn't know. I mean, I guess I just didn't know.
I mean, the name Brave Star. That's Native American.
yeah,
Oh.
I mean, I can't believe you
You
just
don't want to
said
get
he
Vern
was-
canceled.
he was
It's
Indian.
Aboriginal First Nations people.
Wait, Vern.
You know what you get.
Dino reminded me. Did you get your brother to get some of those Star Speeders at Disney?
Okay.
No
so,
comment.
So I told my brother that they had the Star Speeder at Disney like on Tuesday, and he
Yeah.
made it a plan to go down there. He went in there, he got one. And he called me. He goes, "Do you want it?" And I was like, "No, it's a little pricey for me." He goes, "Okay, I'm gonna grab one." And I was like, "Okay." And then he does resell, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like that's how he pays for his Disney and whatever. And he'll like if you hit him up on Instagram, if you're looking for something, he'll try to help you out. So he said to me, he goes, "I think I'm just gonna put it up and see what happens." Right? Like, and if I don't sell it, I'll just keep it. And so he called me from his house and he goes, "Yeah, I'm doing a shipping label."
Already?
Yeah. Well,
Did
they
you
let
get
me
one,
buy
Dino?
2. So he went back and he actually got another one for himself.
Did you get one, Dino?
No,
I thought you wanted one.
not from a reseller.
Is it Instagram? Hey, I'm Vern's brother.
I called Dino and told him that he would help him out, but originally,
I would, if it wasn't so many problems from other people, like if I got it and the screen didn't work or anything like that, there's no way for me to return it because I purchased it from somebody else. You know what I mean?
If the screen didn't work, see with me, when I open mine and if the screen doesn't work, I'm not going to return it. Like,
yeah, see, I'd be bumming if the screen doesn't work. That's why I want it, for the screen. And I don't like the fact that the sequence is wrong, and that would bother me. My OCD would just drive me crazy.
Here's my question, though.
Are you raising your hand, Vern?
Yeah, if they only made 3,000 and they sold them at D23, then they sold out on Shop Disney. How do they still have some of those?
Because they did supposedly 3,000 to the convention.
Well, hold on. Supposedly it was inventory that was supposed to be sold at the convention. The stock that was available to the Disney Store's website, that was locked in. So somehow
my brother said that when he went back, when he got there the first time, there was a little bit of a line. Everybody was walking out with 2. He got his, went home, came back a couple of hours later. He said they still had a bunch of them.
That is insane to me.
And which
I saw a
drives
stack
me
of them,
nuts
like
that if you waited online and you were like number 29,000, that means 29,000 people were online trying to get one, and they didn't like sell every single one of them to the.
Well, they're trying to get other stuff
waited.
as well.
That's kind of messed up in a way.
They weren't just on that website to buy that one toy.
A lot of people were buying.
Oh, there was nothing else anybody wanted. Nobody wanted those shirts.
You surprised, man? Like Ahsoka Tano crap and.
Well, no, it's just Star Wars stuff. It was
like that stupid talking Rex thing.
Hey, I picked up 2 of them.
I got one.
I'm just messing with you.
No, it's like they would need to rent a warehouse to store 3,000 of those things near the convention for you to even think it's possible that they would sell more than.
I don't think that they
400.
I don't think that they took them all to the convention to sell. I know that they didn't sell that at the convention. My idea is they have a website that should be accounting for all the ones that they have left, and they put them up, told everybody we're going to sell all of them. They could ship them to you from anywhere. So even if they could have taken from some of that stock that didn't sell it at D23 and had their LA shipping dude throw it in the mail to you. There's no reason that 3,000 didn't sell out on that day.
Well, yeah, they bring 3,000 to those conventions.
I like JT's comment.
27 emails telling me I left something in my cart.
Kind of like Valaverse. If you make
everyone's dying to know what I picked up. The anticipation's driving everyone nuts.
Dudes, bragging camp for this week.
Let's do this, Dino.
So I just picked up this shirt for this occasion today. Tonight, my daughter and I are going to see Beetlejuice.
Why are you muted?
I'm not muted. And then I picked up Alien.
Can you guys hear him?
Yeah.
I can't hear him at all.
Can't hear me?
Now I can. I couldn't
hear him. Hello?
Yeah,
is it on?
fine.
Oh, I couldn't hear anything until Eric said yeah.
All right, so I picked up the shirt. So last week I forgot to show this, but check this out.
What is that?
Big City Brawl.
Big City Brawl.
Yeah, this is Rampage, the gator from Rampage.
Oh, with the Rock.
Yeah, it doesn't come with the Rock; it comes with a different guy. But I thought this was pretty cool. They were originally asking
now.
what?
Why is that coming out now? And now
No, I found this at a antique shop. They had all three of them, and he was originally asking $150 for this, and he dropped the price down to near nothing. So I grabbed this guy because I thought the gator was super cool.
I've never seen that before. I've only seen like the big
So,
monkey.
yeah, so that's why I figured I'd grab a Lizzie. I think Lizzie's the coolest looking one.
Yeah, I didn't even know they even made those.
No, same here. I don't think it's on the back of the other boxes.
I picked this up today at Walmart. If anybody loves horror, I know a few people out there that do. So these are window clings.
Expired.
Perfect for Friday the 13th.
And did you know that there's a new movie coming out? I think October 1st. It's hitting YouTube. It's called Don't Scream 2, Part 2. And we have The Mask. So this is 30 plus years later.
And we all got to film our own demise scene.
Yeah, you got to film your own demise and send it to me. So if you want to be in Don't Scream 2, film your own demise. I'll figure out how to put it in the movie, and it'll be pretty fun. So I put out a little thing on Instagram to let people know. So do whatever you want to do. I'm sure we can make it work. Just make it fun. Just have fun.
You got to make it as ridiculous as possible.
Yeah, exactly. So I was talking to my buddy Kill, Vinny, and he let me know that they came out with a Beetlejuice. You see the sandworm?
Oh, yeah.
Right here, right there. So I guess there's a code or something to figure out which one it is. This might be the one, but I'll do a video to unbox it and show. But I had to go through every single one to try to figure out the code, and all of them were gone except for this one might be one.
Cheater. Blind bag.
And then he stole the box. And then he stole the box.
I did. I took the box because all the other ones were gone. I put all the other ones in other boxes because there was plenty of room. So I walked out with the box because I think my daughter will like this one for a Halloween display.
And they let you just walk out with it?
What are they gonna do? I was walking like this as I was carrying it. I had on my arm like that.
I gotta try that. Just grab a
Hold
VHS player and walk out of Walmart.
Okay, so if anybody is in the northeastern area, please do not report the shoplifting incident that was just
It's an empty box.
Toy Duo Team, and I have to remind you that the actions of the other hosts are not sponsored by any of the other hosts. And
How many
he is
Happy Meal
free
displays
to
do
do
you have?
all of this shoplifting on his own.
I was waiting for the alarm to go off too, and no alarm went off. So,
Are you going to go for the popcorn displays next?
so I went to GameStop today and check this out.
Oh, Vader.
Okay,
Cool.
so is it clear why Dino does not have a star speeder coming to him?
Yeah.
Well, because I know.
I got that 4 years ago.
So yeah, I figured I'd grab this one because I have always wanted the beta one, and I've never seen it in store, and they just put it back out on.
Dino, when you do your unboxing video of the Vader head, here's what I think you should do. Go, hey, check out this new Darth Vader popcorn bucket.
Yeah, put popcorn
and
in.
just flip it over and throw a bunch of popcorn in it.
I went to Spirit Halloween today, and I picked this up. Anybody like it?
Dino went out today and spent all the money he made for the entire month.
That's creep showy.
Yeah, so you don't see many creep show items, so I grabbed this guy. I thought this guy was super cool. And last but not least, anybody like the movie Halloween? Raise your hand. No?
I don't like horror movies.
That's Halloween.
that was good.
That's
Yeah,
the one
Halloween
that's
too.
really a Halloween movie.
I remember that from the poster. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Michael Myers isn't in that movie, so that's not really a Halloween movie.
No, that's Halloween 3. Halloween 2 he's in. This takes place in the hospital. Check this out. You ready?
All right.
So it's not a helmet.
No.
Can you
I'm
put
gonna save
popcorn in
my
it?
Halloween show off stuff for like actually October, but
Yeah, you can edit that part out.
And that's it.
I got
Did
one of
you
those
get
singing
into
pumpkins.
Halloween?
You know which one I'm talking about? Where you like turn it on and the face lights up on the pumpkin and he starts like wisecracking and stuff like that.
No.
Okay.
Do you know what day do you go and put up all your Halloween decorations around the whole neighborhood?
Oh, they're already up.
No, I used to do it when the kids were little. I don't really do it that much anymore. Usually what I'll do is the week before Halloween is I do the projector. I don't know if you've seen it on my channel where I put up the projector against the house or against the dummies. So you have a
Rick,
witch.
I think the question is, Dino, when do you take your Halloween decorations down to put up Christmas decorations? And then when after Christmas do you put your Halloween decorations back up?
I used to take the day off of work on Halloween for trick-or-treaters, and I would set up all the animatronics in the front yard, and then at 10 o'clock at night, I'd take it all down and put it back in the house because I wouldn't want to leave it out overnight. Yeah. But it would take hours to do all that. It was fun when the kids were little and there was a lot of kids on the street. But I live in a dead end, a cul-de-sac, so we don't get many trick-or-treaters, so it's really not worth it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one here got one of those Home Depot Stormtroopers.
Too expensive. I'm going to wait till day after Christmas to see if I can get it for like $50.
It'll be $20 a few days after, so don't
Rebels picked one up.
They're out of stock of the Vader ones.
Yeah, Yoda was like you $50 or whatever, like after Christmas. So, and the day because it's both Halloween and Christmas. It was like right after Halloween they marked it down.
I've got the Yoda one I need to take out.
Yeah, it got 2 markdowns because the day after Halloween, I bought it for half price.
Yep.
And then, like, somewhere after was it after Christmas, Vern, that you said you got yours for?
I know I got mine right after Halloween, but I went back to the store because they had marked it down after Christmas and they just price matched me.
Yeah, it was because you had said that it was like a quarter of the price, and I did the same thing. I went back with my computer. I found the receipt on my computer on my phone, and then I went back
and pick another one up. Honestly, just to like say, oh, right now, go, hey, as if anybody's looking for Yoda, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, Gap wants to know where'd you get that? So I got these Halloween stickers at Walmart. If that's what you're asking, because is this what you're asking for? Where did you get that?
The pumpkin and the other thing was Spirit Halloween.
Pumpkin, the lighted pumpkin.
Yeah, Spirit Halloween.
Oh, it's Spirit Halloween store.
It's been open for like a month.
So let me tell Gap, you can find a Spirit store anywhere where any major department store has shut down because they could not afford to stay open.
I haven't seen one in a few years, to be fair. Like all the stores around me are still open, so there's no room for a Spirit.
Ours is where the old Staples is.
Yeah, like closed stores. But around me, there's no closed stores right now. It's weird.
Yeah,
and they usually open for like 2 months, 2 or 3 months.
The one close to me is in a Macy's, and then in the other mall, it's in a Crunch. It used to be a Crunch Fitness or something like that.
I don't know. The Walmart's got all their Halloween stuff out in like 10 aisles, and then they got one aisle with Christmas that's creeping. Every week they'll remove a Halloween aisle and add a Christmas aisle. Like they're not even waiting like overnight. Like they're doing this every hour of the day, sneaking one extra Christmas item out there.
Yeah,
sneaking.
So, anyways, I did want to mention say thanks to Dino over at Geek Strong. I'm going to pull up your channel really quick. So this is Dino's channel. If you don't subscribe to him, I don't blame you. But,
you are such a.
I thought this was Creator of the Week.
Anyway, what I wanted to show is that Dino was nice enough to actually throw the show up there. So if you're watching, you might be watching through a click link over from Dino's channel. So he did that this week. So
Vern guilted me into it.
I twisted his arm.
He used his game show voice. Dino, why didn't you promote my channel?
Let me do the voice. What I really realized was that Dino was caught shoplifting.
Never.
And then tried to flex his muscle, which immediately turned it into strong arm robbery.
Shop. The concept of shoplifting to Dino just means going out to the shop and lifting weights in the store. Just
Right.
But Walmart has a good weight section.
All right. Well, we didn't do a creator spotlight this week because we went ahead and did the history of 1981, which everybody appreciated because nobody was around in 1981 to. No, Eric was not around, so he just sat there and said, "Can't believe you guys are trying to remember 1981." So
only Eric was not around.
What?
Only Eric was not around.
Yeah.
at least of us, right?
Yeah. So these are the toys revealed that you did not know you needed. And, Rick, did I pronounce that correctly, or did I?
No, it looks like you had everything spell checked this week.
Okay.
Nice work.
All right. Thank you.
This is going to be a long segment. They revealed
it's not
a
going to be
ton.
that long. I think we'll see how it goes. Let's see. Northern Nomad. I was 9 in 1981. You just dated yourself. You just doxed yourself on the internet. Now everybody knows to go look for somebody named Northern Nomad who was born
Start
in
nailing them
1981,
stuff.
and they're going to have all of your credit information.
He was
Sounds
born
Canadian.
in 1981.
These were the action figures that were pre-revealed before Pulse Con. So these were technically the Pulse Con exclusives. Is that how this works?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Doesn't that one guy come with a cereal box?
what? Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty fun.
Why they didn't show it in the other promotional images like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Why
it's not
did he?
either?
And even this image we're looking at, they're not showing it. Like they're missing.
Why does he come with a cereal box?
I think they added that in yesterday. To be fair,
Because
He was a giveaway.
what happened was they went down and they bought one of those blind box mini brands,
yeah.
and they bought all the ones that were there, and they just happened to find all the cereal
They just-
boxes. They were
yeah.
Because it's a joke to the way you originally got him. He was a giveaway.
right in the
No, I
cereal.
get it, but I mean, like, it's not included in any of the images except the new 3 or 4 they revealed yesterday from a photo shoot. Like, it's like a last-minute add-on. It's a cool add-on, but I mean, it's not in this image right here that they produced over a year ago.
Hold on, I'm gonna address this. Killa said that they throw the displays away. This is true. Now I've watched this dumpster dive king on TikTok who goes around and looks through all the dumpsters, and he's always saying, "I gotta get in and get out of here because if they come out here, it's illegal to go through these dumpsters."
Is it really illegal? It probably is to go through the dumpster,
On
right?
your
It is,
state, it depends on the dumpster itself where it is. Like if
Yeah.
it's property, you have to ask the owner before you can go through it. From my understanding out here, once trash hits the street, it's free reign.
Yeah.
But because the dumpster remains on the private property, that's why.
Vern goes by street rules.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. 43 quid for a Starduster is a joke. A Retro Duke repaint with the jetpack. Kind of, right?
43
Got any
euros.
comments?
That's like $60.
Now, what I thought was interesting about this, these exclusives was 2 of them were available and 1 of them wasn't.
Yeah, I thought that was weird too.
So if Starduster was available, I probably would have tried to order them.
Well, they had to print out the cereal boxes, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's true. They
they're-
got to throw one in every
Busy
box.
in the back room.
I
right.
pre-ordered him because he's one that I have never been able to get in the O-ring, the original line.
Oh, that's why you need them, right?
He's way too expensive and he's very difficult to just stumble across at a garage sale. He's extremely rare.
Jay
got
chooses
through-
the toys
I
and
got through
cereals.
this.
Unfortunately, so did a kid once, which is why we don't get toys and cereals anymore. All right.
Weird
So,
don't.
Transformers. Who watched the Transformer segment, and who's buying all the Transformers?
Nope.
Oh,
I
this is
listened
where
to
you
it. But I don't collect Transformers, but I listened to it. I was at work.
That's the part of the show where you do laundry and you make lunch and stuff.
It's so.
I don't
bad.
know.
It's so
Didn't they
weird.
save the best for the last?
Transformers fan in here. What?
I thought they saved the best for the last. I thought everybody wanted Transformers. No?
Is this the guy in the middle, the one they were like talking about, where they were like, "Yeah, you got him to fully transform," and then he hides all of the green,
Except the
none of
green that we can see.
shows.
I like the third guy, the spaceship looking guy, because I remember that toy.
Yeah, they had a couple of UFO ones, right? They were talking about.
All right, so we got
These are the mini ones, right?
Transformers. Yeah, the Legacy Deluxe class right now. Anyways, I think Transformers are cool. I'm not a big Transformers fan, but let's see. Mod Extra saying the chat during the Transformers segment was absolutely dumpster fire.
There was
Really?
a lot of chat
All those
during
Transformers
the
are
stream.
just re-released. Very
I guess
cool.
you didn't see the chat.
What's that?
during
What's that, Eric?
the segment.
I was just saying a lot of the chat during various parts of the stream were like very unhinged. Like people were like pissed off during the Magic the Gathering.
Oh, I can only
updates.
imagine, man.
Oh my god! Like get a grip and touch some grass.
Yeah, I know. I turn off the chat when I'm watching it because it's just ridiculous. Some of the people. Although I was tempted to put a message in there and say, "Hey, wake me up when this is over."
I was messaging
I
at
was
Dino
tempted,
the whole
but
time and he never responded. I was making fun of Dino the whole time and he never replied to me.
oh, did you?
Oh yeah, man. I was king of the chat.
I'm going to tell you,
I
was
like I
doing
said, I shut off the chat.
Pulse live stream yesterday. I was at Costco because
Yeah,
you know, I
just 'cause
figured
I was
everybody
working. I wasn't paying that much attention.
I thought it was going to be like the Super Bowl. Everybody was going to be at home watching this thing,
Yeah,
but
I was
apparently,
there for the Hammerhead segment that
no,
forgot.
everybody was at Costco.
I thought the Star Wars segment was kind of a flop, in my opinion. But I don't collect this stuff. Only the original trilogy. So,
Like, do you think the Acolyte figure here is just a little bit too late? Like they should have just had all those out before the show, considering they killed everybody off.
Well, here's one
Yeah,
thing
but,
about
but TBC is weird because they don't do.
in their
They don't.
promo image.
they-
They forgot it.
I'm not sure they forgot it as much as like
What?
TBC.
There's an
Like,
image with 4 vintage collection figures. Here's all the new vintage collection figures. She was the 5th one. Like they didn't even include her with the images. Like I tried to get it like several hours later from another website in order to share them. And
they look
something
good,
that
but
happened the first time yesterday. Every time there's new toys, like we all share them on Twitter and Instagram or Facebook or whatever, if we're affiliates or not, like Hasbro Pulse. Yeah. So I shared, all these new images yesterday after Hasbro shared them. I got like 10 notifications on Facebook that's like, we removed your posts because they're infringing on copyright, blah, blah, blah crap. And I'm like, I'm sharing Hasbro posts, Hasbro images from their website, from their social image, to mine, like telling people to go buy it. And they got taken down like 10 times. So I don't know what's going on with social media now.
Well, somebody probably reported you. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't think you can report those.
I can't believe that Rick got shut down from somewhere. It's just never doesn't. It surprises me.
All right. Anybody here order any TVC? I see some TVC got ordered.
I got some TVC, not any of these.
Not any of those. Okay.
Yeah.
What about these Black Series figures?
I think we all knew these were happening. There were various leaks and whatnot. And I think the Commando Droid was the only one that was pipeline, but these are so good.
Yeah, I think the Prince is tempting because of the vintage figure.
For sure. And if you read the description on the Amazon post for Prince Izor,
Dash Rendar,
it mentions that you'll be able to get Luke Skywalker and Leia and Dash Rendar. So they're obviously for sure doing more of Shadows of the Empire, which is awesome.
They're gonna make the Chewie with the flat top.
They didn't mention it, but they better.
Yeah,
Snoopla is his name.
Yeah, I think these are cool. I don't know. I probably only get
Oh, I got Commander Bakara, Princess Uzur, and 2 Commando droids. Yeah. The one thing I'm nervous about with the Commando droids, if it's going to stand up as well as like the B2. The B2's one of the best figures of the year, I think.
I don't know about the like the IG droids always seem like they have problems with their legs. My battle droids just feel loose now, like they don't.
B1s are horrible.
Yeah, they're
standing.
awful.
I have
they
no
did
problems
talk
because
about
mine
that.
are all
They
in
did talk
Rubbermaid
about
tubs.
that. Then they had these two. I'm gonna send a video to my phone because I think it's pretty funny.
I'll pick up a few Luke's, but I don't particularly care for his. I think his face sculpt doesn't look the greatest.
It's a little weird, yeah.
His nose
But-
seems a little wide and big.
But I'm getting a couple of those for the Falcon
Yeah,
and
same
for
here.
the Cantina. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Same here. One carded and a few loose.
I'll stick with the retros or vintage.
All right.
It's
and
cool
then,
that they're redoing Luke in both
So why did
scales.
they change his boots a different color though? Because of they said it was
Yeah,
from
Chris made went on a weird rant about that. He's like, "Oh, this is just a nod to like one variant." It's
yeah. I think it was an excuse because why would you do
why would
like
you point something out like that? Yeah, I don't know.
yeah? I think it was like oops, we messed up, but
You
this
know
is the
what kind of-
reason because
what
it's a
kind of
deleted scene. They said
Skywalker is wearing? They're actually white Levi's. Do you guys remember white Levi's back in the day?
yeah,
That's actually what those are. That prop is white Levi's jeans.
that is false.
It's
They didn't have
absolutely not.
Levi's in 1977, Rick.
Dude, they had Levi's in like
What?
1812, dude.
oh my god. Okay. All right. Fake news.
I'm
Next.
I'm just teasing.
But yeah, there's
Yeah,
some,
it
News,
was
take care. Your news.
it was at least weird to emphasize that on the stream. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey,
Because
but like,
why would you, if you're going to release a figure that everybody wanted for so long, why would you choose a wrong color from a deleted scene?
deeper cut, yeah.
Well,
They
you
just
can
want to
release-
tick
they
off
can
the.
release
I think
it
they
twice.
want to
They can
tick off
release
the.
it twice. Come on. As a child, we feel for the poor face sculpts. Okay. And then the boots being a different color made 0 sense when the exact same figure in the Black Series has brown boots.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, here is the Streets of Mos Eisley, which is why I'm wearing my Mos Eisley t-shirt today. If this kind of like idea, if they said they were like when they were doing the Cantina, if they came out and said, we have planned, I know they said back
They
to
did.
whatever
They
did
did
that,
say
but
stuff.
I did not hear
Not
them say
specifics.
we're going to have a whole bunch of diorama pieces coming out so
They
you
were
can
vague.
build Mos Eisley.
there's
They-
stuff was teased.
They,
I mean,
They
unfortunately, I
should've-
picked up 2 of the HasLab cantinas. So
but yeah, I'm with you, Dino. But Vern, to your point, I do agree. I think they during the Cantina promotion they should have been more forthright with upcoming products to support that offering.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean, like building like the fronts for the displays and stuff like that to me would have 100% made me say, "Oh, I think I got to get this Cantina just for that front. I can get rid of the Cantina stuff for
no.
and keep that front because having
And it has-
bio stuff that you could put your fingers in is
Well,
awesome."
I have
And
a
it has
front for sale.
containers to store
Um,
cups.
All right,
If anyone's interested, unless
I
John
mean,
already took offers on it.
I'm
I have a
probably
question
interested.
for Dino. Dino, on your second Cantina, I would like to call dibs on the front door and one
No,
Cantina.
I
there
just
will
said I was
be there will be in some eBay listing. You guys can battle over it.
all right. Anyways,
I'll wrestle any of you, but
I will arm wrestle.
officially requesting
I
those
will
items.
arm wrestle. Hey Rick for it. And
I think this. I think the robot eye that coming out of it. I wish they would make the Jabba Palace have that too. Make the
Oh,
I
opening
want
for
to
the
put
Jabba
this
Palace.
right
would be cool.
beside the thing I get from you because they'll both come out in like 2 years, and then I'll have them. That'd be cool.
Do you think they will make a Jabba? Because Jabba, the front of Jabba is Tatooine.
but it's a huge gate, like where that door is.
Right.
With
Yeah.
that droid that would be too big of a playset for scale.
Yeah, this is actually really cool. I mean, with the idea now that they've said it, that they're going to be building more fronts, right? Obviously, that came out during this thing. I wish they would have said that during the HasLab campaign,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so that you could have been planning to say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to build Mos Eisley."
Now, how much? What's the price on this? Anybody know?
It's
$60.
$60. It's a great deal, man. But But you know why I think they didn't do this, Eric? Why they didn't really mention it?
Because they didn't want to
Honestly,
commit if the
They would
Cantina
lose
came back.
sales.
Yeah, because I think that what it would have done is it would have just admitted that that Cantina was
It
just
didn't.
three different dios that they're trying to sell as a package.
I don't know. I don't think the detail is as good as like the Cantina itself. I
Better,
bet the
dude. This
Cantina.
is way better than the HasLab.
Same people designing it at the same time. So
Yeah, but just the quality and the detail.
It needs some paint details and stuff like that on there, but that's easy to do.
Yeah, I'll definitely be picking up at least 3.
Yeah.
Just
All right,
because I want more Jawas.
And then these
Yes.
are going to be available next week. And I'm so happy, honestly, for the Luke and the Leia, because I hate the soft goods on the previous versions. So I'm 100% for both of those figures.
yeah, me too. I'm not so much for the one-armed Jedi.
The
with a red
digging
lightsaber.
Garrow. He's a
So
good character.
Is Leia originally a cloth outfit
Yeah.
for?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
crummy too. Like,
The monkey.
I don't know. I thought the archive version was pretty, or was it archive or the
face sculpt
re-release
is really good.
with the better face sculpt?
Yeah,
It
the
did, yeah.
face sculpt is fantastic. It's the dress just is like, it's awful, right?
Yeah.
Like,
And she doesn't stand up that well. And
Yeah.
I've been having trouble when I was putting her on display the last weekend I was up at the
Well,
house.
This one
Oh,
looks
weird.
like she's on a stand, so she probably doesn't
Yeah.
stand up well either.
What?
Yeah.
They hot
They
glue
did-
every one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hot glue them. The two on the sides are promo, like digital pictures
Digital.
or whatever. The other one is actually a screen grab from the product. They do it at Comic-Con too, where they like hot glue them to these little clear stands just so they can like shuffle them around.
Like I said,
These
that's a job they
actors,
should
yeah.
give one lucky nerd at all conventions. Is he goes to all the booths and hot glues their figures back down because they.
I could do that.
They
I
fall
could do
over
that.
after hours, right?
What do you think of the face sculpt on Luke? It's definitely different than the TBC version.
I wish that this Luke came out in 3 different versions. One with that brown hair, one with like blonde hair, and
Yellow
one
hair.
with cream boots.
I think they should get Mark Hamill and go scan him. Like they're like the
No,
only
you know what? That
people that
didn't work
have
for the
good
Han Solo
likeness,
figure.
so.
I don't think it worked for that Han Solo. You know, when they came out with that Bespin, the one where he's in that first Bespin one where he's in
Yeah.
the blue outfit, they face scan Harrison Ford, and then I think they tried to de-age him. But you know, as you get older, your ears and your nose just continue to grow.
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
the likeness for Harrison Ford on all the indie figures is brilliant. It's great. It looks like he did, 30 years ago for the most part.
Yeah.
But the
I-
Han
But the
Solo
Han
figures
Solo
so
just looks
far,
awful. It doesn't look right. I don't agree about the indie figure really.
I think they're better than the Star Wars ones.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 main characters who I think they still could perfect their likenesses with.
Yeah.
Mark
I
Hamill.
think
and
I think
Harrison
these are
Ford.
really good though.
Yeah, I think the
The-
Black Series Leia looks really good.
The one thing I said, I think in the chat on the stream was the Luke figure's hair seems a bit dark. Maybe it's the lighting or something, but I don't know. I thought his hair should be lighter. I thought the face sculpt was okay, but it's kind of weird at this point. Like, what's so difficult about sculpting a young Mark Hamill's face?
I guess his face sculpt is the hardest.
I like
They even
why?
said it. They said his Mark Hamill's face is hard to nail.
The problem is because he looks just like William Catt from The Greatest American
Just
Hero.
like I
Any
bet
chance you can get to pull that thing out, right? Any
I
chance?
bet you Mr. Stevie's going to release a variant of Luke with yellow or orange hair at a convention later next year. Just because he can.
Yeah, I think his hair is closer to the boots, like Gap
And
says.
it would be a good callback
Yeah.
to the original Kenner collectors because Luke is the main
But
figure of all figures in the history of figures with the most hair color variants. So it'd
But
be a good callback.
The hair might be I don't know. It just might be bad lighting or whatnot. It might not it might look better when it gets in our hands.
When it's done
But-
after they've watched this and realized that Eric does not like the hair color, they're
Oh,
going
I
to
don't. It doesn't bother me. I'm
and
still
like
going to
them.
get the figure because it looks really good. Otherwise, but I thought it was weird they didn't do a removable arm for Dagon Gera to have the force arm that he has in the game.
Well, what they did do, Eric, was they made his lightsaber break down into 2 separate lightsabers, so he can't hold both of them.
No. They should give him like a translucent arm.
I think that was more about the packaging in the box.
Yeah, but I agree with you that they should have given him the other arm.
I don't mind it, but I have to imagine they talked about that and they're like, it's a chance to save on plastic. So
yeah, I mean they made a removable arm for the Wampa, so they could have easily did something very
similar. I don't even know that character. So is that from a video game?
Yeah, Jedi Survivor.
All right, and then
and
those
the
are going
Aces
to
of
be available.
Aviations has removable arms, right, Vern?
What?
You can remove the arms on the Aces of Aviations, right?
Yeah. Well, I'll show you. Like, if we have time, I'll show you why they're a little bit different than other ones. But the pre-orders for those ones go up next week on the 18th. They made a big deal about it.
The one thing I hope, just going back to the Leia figure, I think when you turn her around, she's got the
peg hole,
like the draped hood, like that you can remove,
like the TVC.
So if you replace that draped look with the hood, she's got the open peg hole. That stinks.
Does it, or does the hood drape down far enough even when it's on her head to cover that hole? I wonder.
I actually haven't seen any pictures of the back of it, and even though people had it in their hands, no one seemed to take a picture of the back.
I was just thinking that could be the only kind of drawback.
How was the TBC version? Is there a hole in the back?
Yes. Yeah.
I know there's a hole, but when you put the hood on her head, can you still see the hole?
Yeah.
There's no pictures of the back of this one.
Like you can put the hood up while the other one is still down.
Yeah, but
it's very flat.
Like, that's weird. Yeah.
It's very flat looking, but Black Series, you can remove the head, so maybe you can remove the head and it comes off like a scarf.
Oh, right. Yeah. Maybe the neck
like
piece.
That.
Maybe the neck piece is part of the.
It kind of looks like it is.
Well, I guess we'll
see. How they did the May figure was that she has like a little scarf piece that you actually pop the head off, pull that little scarf piece off.
Maybe
that like mask. You throw that piece on instead.
Okay.
And so you swap that out. So it could be that it's designed that way with the.
Yeah, looking at the pictures from Hasbro, she's a good looking figure.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good. Okay, so anyways, those are available on the 18th. Then you got the Spider-Man or the Marvel Legends Secret Wars.
These are
I like these.
These are actually really cool. I am very enamored with them.
Yeah, they're very cool.
The problem is I have the Spider-Man and I don't keep anything in package.
Yeah.
So I don't really need the little picture of Spider-Man, but that alternate head with the squinty eyes.
Yeah, they did say this was a new sculpted Spider-Man. Yeah. It is different than the previous black suit one.
But because of the eyes on the alternate head just make me go, oh man, I need this alternate head. I right.
Iconic figure from a very iconic comic cover as well.
So that one's pretty cool. Is everybody gonna get these?
Yes, one. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get the two villains, but I'll get all the main characters.
I will get the Captain America because I don't have my definitive Captain America in good comic colors, and I think this one is the best.
This one is. Yeah, the colors on it are just awesome. Now this is the one.
And this Black Spidey is tempting, even though I do have that previous one.
Yeah, this is the one I use with my.
But his shield is destroyed in this Secret Wars.
Yeah, so we're gonna get to his picture, but this is the cap that I have.
Am I jumping ahead?
Darker blue. So I'm looking forward to that one with that brighter. But anyways, so Donny Osmond figure. I mean,
didn't Donnie like purple?
This is like
I had the stream
build a figure part.
So hold on, Vern. When you said that, I had no joke. I had the stream on mute while I was working, and I wasn't paying attention when this came on, and I didn't see it was. All I saw was Secret Wars. I didn't like I figured it was the Beyonder, but when I saw that face, I was like, oh shit, did they do a Donny Osmond figure? So you're not the only one who thought that. I'm thinking like
I posted this on Instagram with his song behind it, the Soldier of Love song, just because this is, to me, Donny Osmond. He only needs Marie now.
Yeah.
I don't know who the Beyonder is.
He's Donny Osmond.
Is he? Is it from the Donny Marie show?
He's the guy that creates the battle world, brings all the people together.
So he's basically the reason for Secret Wars?
Yes.
He's very 70s, isn't he? With his collar and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first comic series, yeah. Well, actually, he was in the second one too, wasn't he?
Disco Warriors. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, I'm not the only one that saw Donny Osmond in there.
Do you consider him a deep cut or no?
No.
Read the
No, I mean he's part of the series for the comic books.
I mean he's a deeper cut than like Iron Man, but
very much so.
I only know the toys. I don't know the comic book, so they never made a. Did they ever make this figure?
Originally, no, not as a toy. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Technically, the toys had nothing to do with the comic. Back then, they just liked the word Secret Wars.
Yeah, the packaging is cool.
They needed a name for their Marvel toy line, so they just took it. It had nothing to do with the comic.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the comic series. All right. Anyways, then you have Titania. She was in She-Hulk.
Yes. Okay, that's right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. She's been doing her squats. Those are some quads.
Yeah, I might get this one.
Quad action. And she's
I only got the 4 heroes: Cap, Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Iron Man. That was just the 4 heroes. Because I have those figures. I have them right now. You know what I mean? So
I probably
did they make this figure?
What?
Not of this. I'm saying I have the heroes.
Okay.
That's why I bought the heroes, because I have the hero figures from the old one.
Yeah, this one will be cool to get just because if you have like the She-Hulk or whatever, I think it'll be like a cool matchup.
So
even though
is she as strong as She-Hulk?
Yeah,
she's not as big supposedly, but I mean,
she's exact same parts and size. They put her side by side.
I think they said that she wasn't as big as She-Hulk.
Yeah, the packaging. She-Hulk is like too big for the packaging. They had to like bend her knees to put her in there.
All right.
Yes.
Wolverine.
This is cool colors.
Yeah.
Been saving this one for a while. There you go. Eric's got that.
Oh, Eric, nice. Yeah, that's a good figure.
Is that the one that
the claws, which would have been
claws
cool.
pop out?
Yeah. This is one of my most cherished toys that my grandma got me when I was being a son of a bitch when she was babysitting me, and I was like, "Oh, I want to go to Toys R Us," and
that's the
she eventually gave in and took me to Toys R Us in the early '90s, and I got this. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the camera.
That's
the toy.
So yeah, it doesn't have the mask, and I think it came with a sword as well. But
well, the mask was a ring for your finger.
Let's see.
I had to get this.
Beyonder likes the Beyonder.
Yeah, this is such a cool figure.
Hasbro said they contemplated putting out flip out claws, but went against new hands instead.
Right. I mean that's probably like 3 generations from now when they finally figure out how to do like an automated thing with the. You would end up having to lose articulation in the wrist.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, from like 70s technology, they got to figure out how to use it today. It's crazy. Yeah.
Unless they do the lightsaber that I have from
telescope.
Oh, you know what? And then they have like a little hollow point built in the arm, and you have a straw in the back. You just blow.
Yep.
And then the little blades just like expand out. There, I just developed it for you, Hasbro.
Trademark. Burn Lab Technologies.
All right, and then the Captain America. Now, Jonathan was saying that he wished he came with an unbroken shield also.
I agree.
I like the fact that they gave you like the pieces, though, the broken pieces.
Yeah, where would they stick that other shield, though? Behind it, maybe?
What do you
Just
mean?
as
No,
a
yeah,
separate accessory. Yeah.
yeah. There's no other shield, but he's saying they should have.
Yeah.
I would
can't
have gotten
believe
this
how
if
many-
it came with a clean shield. It's a good looking figure otherwise.
Well, all those are
But-
shields.
Yeah,
Those
but the thing is,
little-
I don't think I'm gonna have any problem just like swapping this shield over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, well, fair. I don't. So I don't have a Captain America figure, but I would get this one because this looks like a pretty definitive one.
Now, is this the first time they've ever made a broken shield?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it's in the classic line, right? Like, then they do.
Well,
some
they did
sort of
the
a
80th
damage build
anniversary
for the
map.
MCU version or whatever.
Yeah, they did the 80th anniversary in this sculpt, but it had a different shield. Also on a card back.
I'm a little amazed at how many accessories you get with this particular one.
Yeah, I know. Same.
2
That's why
heads,
I'm like, I don't know if you could fit another shield in there.
2 hands, 2 heads, 6 hands, 2 shields. Technically 3 shields. I don't know. It's like
Honestly, I'd rather have just the complete shield instead of the broken one.
I like the lenticular. I think that's a cool callback. Like,
Yeah.
again, from that 70s technology we had back then, right?
Right. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know, Connor. I'm not sure if that one had pegs or not.
Are these going to be in store or online only?
Oh, for sure
I
they'll
don't
be
know.
in store.
This is
I think-
this is the only
I
one
think
I've
they're
heard
the
so
fan
far, though.
channel. I think these are a fan channel.
So
And
what is
Amazon.
considered fan channel? Like Entertainment
I
Earth?
think-
This
Yeah,
is on
Big Bad
Amazon.
Toy Store.
Toys R Us, like every store.
well, Amazon doesn't have all of them. They only have a
But
few.
but-
But
yeah.
Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth have them all.
What
Yeah.
about Walmart? Walmart and Targets?
No, they
No.
don't have them all.
Amazon though has this one.
I didn't see it on Amazon, but
It was already sold out, John. By the time
Amazon has them all.
no, Amazon didn't have.
Well, they have them all on my page.
Well,
Well, that's because you're in Canada.
That's 'cause
Yeah,
you're-
Well, no, I'm looking at my US page now.
they're not
They
all.
were-
in the US,
they're not all on
they don't
Amazon.
have them all. No.
I got the Wolverine from Amazon.
And
because
here
it's
is
somehow
Iron
sold
Yeah.
Man.
out.
Now, here's the thing about this Iron Man. I think that I've been on the search for this classic looking Iron Man.
I
and
got them a few years ago.
the closest that I was able to get is to do this one, which is the this was the, I don't know, the other one that had like the bluish here without painting them, right? So I'm kind of glad that I'm able to get, I'd be able to get this one with the different chest piece, because this is the one that really reminds me of the Mego Hulk or the Mego Iron Man
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
had, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I love the roller skates.
This
Yeah.
one also. Look at all those accessories.
Yeah, a boatload of accessories. But
You
you know,
it's the original Secret Wars gun.
Yeah, he had a gun to figure. That's
Yeah.
right.
the
So
smoke
what's the
effect,
price tag on these? Anybody know? Are they more
25.
expensive?
25.
$25.
Wow, with all that accessories?
And zero paint. That's
It's a
how you-
bargain. Yeah. I'm a sucker for all these retro packaging.
Oh, same. Long live retro.
Oh,
And then the
I'll be
other thing
tossing
that I
the package
really
as soon
like,
as-
Really?
well, you know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
like? I like that the fact that they basically pointed out that this is Jim Rhodes Iron Man, right?
Yeah.
And that the other thing that I thought was very interesting about this card back is that they have all of the other characters' pictures on it,
Yeah,
which
I like that.
you know, I think we had talked about previously. So was this a violation of Canada law?
No, but what the fan channel kind of means is the
I
fan
remember
channels-
somebody saying it was against the law to put the pictures of the other figures on the back.
I never heard that. But for the fan channel, how they get
We
away,
need the,
Who
Replay
how
said
they
that
get away
clip.
with these packages being in only English is because they sell it to the fan channel store. So you might be right. These might not be on the pegs at like Walmart's and Toys R Us's because they
These
have
aren't
to
only
follow
in
their
English.
country's laws about
There's
packaging.
5 different languages on the back of this package. They're not just English.
Oh, is there? Okay, I can't see it.
You
It's like
can see it right there. There's 5 different languages.
Well, I'm not watching on an 82-inch monitor here. It's only 27 inches.
So who
You can read that, John?
Who said it was illegal to put the pictures of the other figures
my
on the back?
glasses on.
Not me.
It's called a cross cell.
I just remember when we were having this conversation previously, we were talking about how, like in the old days, we used to put the picture on the back of the Kenners, and somebody on the panel said, "Oh, it's illegal. They can't do it anymore."
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna go find that episode. I'm gonna rewatch. I need everybody in the chat to go rewatch all of the episodes of the Toy Duo.
All 81.
Episode and timestamp that's on.
Was it this year, season 1 or season 2?
I don't remember.
None of their trademarked names or have trademarks or anything by them. That's a no-no.
All right, so John, you'll call out all the character names, dial tone.
Dial tone, right? But for some reason, he's got a bullhorn. Like the character.
I don't know. Is that a bullhorn, or is that like one of those things that you point and you can listen to somebody at a distance?
Oh, okay. Then maybe that's.
He's also got an iPhone mounted to his freaking rifle.
And then
is that a thing they do in the military now? Is they mount their iPhone to their guns?
Yep.
I think it's like if you have a gun that can bend the barrel around a corner, there are weapons.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can see around the corner. Now,
This thought was weird. I didn't know Modern Warfare used iPhones.
That little thing that he has in his hand, which is either the listening device or the bullhorn. I have seen those things before where you send a click, you go click, 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 and then like sends it and then receives it back, and you can check distances or something like that.
Sonar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a listening device.
Electronic ear is what G-Force says.
Yeah.
I think it's actually not against the law. It's a violation of the Constitution of most countries, usually among the first few articles.
Where does it say it's a violation? I don't see the word violation anywhere in there. You just improvise and change the wording on how you...
Civilization.
He's just kidding, but it's hilarious. Like jumping in and saying, "Yep, it's a violation of most countries' constitution to put the pictures of the other figures on the back of it."
Maybe what you're remembering is like the Hasbro closed box deal where
no, I just remember somebody in this
renderings on the boxes instead of an actual photo of the product that's inside. Because that's a law.
No, there's somebody in this group on that half. Said, you can't put
well, there's only one of us in this group works in this industry, so I have no idea what you're talking
about. Hold on.
I disavow.
So I'll definitely get dial tone.
All right, what about this guy here?
I can skip the Saw Viper.
That's actually pretty cool. If it was crimson color, like I only get the Cobra that are crimson because I like the red. I wish they'd do.
They'll do a Saw Viper in crimson. Yeah, they will.
This looks like something from Peacemaker.
These are the 90s neon color schemes, right, Super John?
Yeah, Saw Viper was from the 90s, but he wasn't neon. He was purple like this.
Well, it's neon green and bright purple like Barney the Dinosaur.
That's not neon.
1984, they only did that.
Neon. He wasn't neon purple even in the old one. He was this color.
Anyways, I think he looks cool. I like the head sculpt. I might throw that on one of those tracksuit mafia guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like a ski mask.
Yeah. Even though they come
he definitely looks really cool, but it's just outside my.
Yeah, I think you and Connor here are both not soft.
Now, if I was, if I had the money, I would definitely get it. Like if I see this guy on markdown somewhere, I'll get him. I'll definitely get him.
Now, pairing this guy up with the Valaverse Bone Collector, the new one, would be kind of cool, right?
Is he like a bomb disarmer? He's got lots of crazy armor.
I don't think that you use a chainsaw on a bomb. I mean, they're pretty delicate.
Well, you also don't wear samurai armor and baseball shin guards to war either.
Those technically aren't shin guards for.
Sure, it says Spalding right on them.
What did you call them?
No, it's the only G.I. Joe guy that I've seen with all this crazy armor.
Those shin guards are actually like umpire gear.
Cricket?
Yeah. They do
Yeah.
look
They're closer to like cricket pads. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
saw that his chainsaw is like a bayonet. Like you can add it to the end of his rifle, like for extender chainsaw action.
Let's see. The Cobra dudes are normally a must-have, but this one's an easy pass. Yeah, I guess not that many
But
people.
see, a little bit of it is because, like G-Force is saying, I got Xandar, Leatherneck, and Dial Tone. So for when these are coming out, 3 figures is enough. You know what I mean? I can't get the whole wave because if they all hit at once, I just won't have the money for the whole wave. So
let's see.
I have to pick and choose. You know.
Connor saying that you can use a chainsaw on a bomb, however, only once.
Just once.
Yes.
Yeah,
So you're right. He is the disarmer of that stuff. Cedar stuff is like you only use the first day you're working. Mod Extras likes it, but he likes the weird ones. Let's see. The Power Saw reminds me of the Evil Dead. Yeah, he just needs to lose a hand.
Put it in his arm.
All right.
Okay, isn't there several GI Joes that come with chainsaw accessories? Like, doesn't that Dreadnought come with a?
Yeah, they're just recycling accessories now.
Buzzsaw came with a chainsaw. Yeah.
I have a question too. As someone who's never been in the military, have military people in North America ever wore knee pads? Ever?
Oh,
like
for some reason.
Because I'm looking for a generic military 6-inch action figure so I can build my own VA Baracus, but they all have freaking like Lego knee pads or like, which they don't. I don't. Am I wrong?
What about those Joes that came out last year? Didn't they do?
I've Googled, man.
More realistic ones.
6-inch military figure I've ever seen has freaking knee pads.
Well, like the bazooka doesn't have knee pads.
No, but he's got like kiss boots or something like. Oh, actually, he's not bad. He's not bad. I've just been looking, and I noticed a lot of them have. They look great military figure wise. I just noticed the knee pads. I'm like, have I ever seen a military movie or anything where, they're wearing knee pads?
But once you put the overalls on, it's going to cover those knee pads right on up.
I get it. Maybe they're underneath your camouflage pants.
Yeah. All right. This guy, like, I get this figure, and all I want to do is do a head swap with this.
I like the stash. It's great.
I want to do a head swap with this. Clint Eastwood figure, and then just put him on Heartbreak Ridge for some reason.
And it's weird. This is one of the first figures Hasbro can do a removable hat.
Yeah.
And it's not a new head with a
actually not
Lego
the first
pig.
one, because Recondo had a removable hat.
Okay, good. I like that direction.
Yeah, I mean the first wave of figures had a removable hat.
So Rick, I went back and I looked at those classified like 60th anniversary, like more realistic soldier figures that they had.
Scuba divers and
the one in like desert fatigues has knee pads on. So
the problem, Eric, is like that figure is never going to be a good representation for a BA Baracus figure.
It's probably not going to be built properly, right?
What I would do if I was Rick, I would find one of these wrestling figures that has military fatigues.
Yeah, but they're 7 inches, and if I need my Mr. T to fit in my van, no 7-inch figure is going to fit in that van.
Yeah.
None.
All right.
Unless it's a child.
All right. Anyways, and here is the Dread. Look at that.
Zartan's brother Xandar.
He has Rekondo's knife.
So this is a dude?
Yeah, it's Xandar. Zartan's
and
brother.
He has a twin sister, right?
Yeah, Zarana. Yeah.
Or a sister.
Zartan's sister.
All right, so this is pretty cool too. The problem is his knee pad looks like it's up on his thigh more than on his knee because of the way they articulated him.
Yeah, it's a thigh pad.
They should have like bent the knee more from the thigh. Yeah, and like they did with the other leg.
I like his belt. It looks cool. And
Dino Juice is on his other live stream right now.
His shoulder skull.
And then afterwards,
they
released these two images.
Well, these aren't out yet for order, right?
No, I don't
No.
think so.
Yeah.
But I like the MP.
Oh, they both
Yeah,
look great.
Law and Order. Law and Order was a good set of figures back in the day.
More
And
animals.
I can't imagine a scenario where a real life MP would have like an Uzi style weapon.
Or knee pads. But I love the dogs. More dogs, please.
So that they look pretty cool. I have one video I wanted to share, and I'm just going to see. Hopefully, the audio will come through. We will see. But part of this is just me kind of making fun of what happened during the live stream and something that happened on somebody else's video. Somebody sent me a clip of another video. Dino Juice sent me this clip, and then something that happened during the live stream just made me feel like I needed to put those together.
I disavow in advance, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's what we talked about, right? Like, so you're okay with me doing this, right, Dean? You sent me a video.
I don't remember any of this.
Is this movie 6?
Must have been from 81.
Okay, ready?
Sorry, I was just making a video for my channel.
So let's hope the audio.
Right, Jonathan. Yeah, where's the
Star
Nemesis
Wars family all around is just that way, and it's great to be able to embrace that on so many levels.
Not
So.
miss is in the base itself.
Sorry, guys, we're doing an interview.
Did you guys see what happened?
No.
Okay, so during the live stream,
Why is that clipped? I think you cropped it. That's why.
so during the live stream, they were talking about how Emily Swallow tried on the helmet and that she was so nice and everything. And they're telling the two, Jen and Hope here, both went through this thing where they're saying how great and how nice she is. And he, to me, if you watch the whole clip, he kind of like is like, yeah, almost like a yeah, there she is nice. But then he goes on to say how great everyone in the Star Wars community is, so nice.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Star Wars family all around is just that way, and it's great to be able to embrace that on so many levels.
Not
So.
miss is in the base
There's a kid trying to
itself.
inform himself at Comic-Con.
Sorry, guys, we're doing an interview.
Is
He was actually talking about celebrities when he said that. I remember what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it is funny. Hey, kids, be quiet. At the toy
Yeah,
store.
right.
Like,
Don't have fun. Shut up this video game.
He
I
ruined
was-
the kid's fun. Like he just
Yeah, that
takes
kid
the
just went
fun
over
away.
that kid, all the enjoyment just got zapped out of his day in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He mentioned too that they brought that helmet, the armor helmet, to Comic-Con where you were, Vern,
Yes.
and they were gonna debut it and show it, but they saw like the real one, or, one made by a real prop company, and how it was painted, and they got to borrow it and take pictures of it so they could take their Hasbro one back home and repaint it a little bit before they actually.
But that wasn't that helmet. That was a different
tinier
helmet.
one. That was the
Well, no,
tinier one.
they said they were going to actually debut it at San Diego Comic-Con, but they saw how it was really painted.
Yeah, not
So
the
that's
armor.
They made it
That
without
was the
going
that
to
was
the
the-
archive to see how it was really painted.
that was the
That
tinier
helmet
helmet.
looks awesome. We never showed that off. In the
What,
model.
Eric? Hold on, wait.
That
Let
was
Eric speak.
No, I was just saying, Dino, you're right. They were talking about the Chimere helmet, not the armor
Yeah.
helmet.
Right.
So at the Hasbro booth, they advertise a lot of things, and one of the little things that they were advertising was go find this thing in the booth between Star Wars and Marvel, right? It was like supposed to be like if you're doing like a scavenger hunt for fun, and it was that video game. And
Oh, really?
yeah. And to me, I mean, it's great you want to schedule these interviews with people. This is why I never ask them to do an interview, because every interview happens at the booth. You're surrounded by like people just walking by, having their own conversations. So the audio is never going to be great. But I don't think that was a good look, man. Just turning around and telling that kid, hey, stop.
No, he didn't just tell the kid. He shut it off. He turned it off. The kid had high score. He had the high score of his entire life, and he just
he
shut
was
it
so
off.
excited when he saw the game. If you watch the clip, he's telling somebody else, come over here, come over here, come
I
over
found
here.
it. I found it. Yeah.
Oh, he was
Oh,
playing a
man.
video game, that kid?
Yeah, he was playing the video game and he turned it off and said, "I'm doing an interview. Shut up, kid."
Wait,
He didn't say "shut up, kid," but
Did you edit the part where he backhanded him?
No. But that kid was so excited. If you watch, let's see, because if you see it, let me do it again.
do you have a larger clip of
So
that?
nice.
I think that
yeah,
kid better.
I do. I sent him the whole clip, but that's from our buddy too.
Great
That's
to be able
Watch
to
the
embrace
kid.
that on so
Watch
many
the
levels.
kid.
So.
Miss is in the base itself.
Sorry, guys, we're doing an interview.
Is
It was like, I think it's the worst move that to represent Hasbro, and it's just really bad.
But, yeah, it's not a great look. And like talking to him in person, he's not as personable as like Eric or Emily are, or even Jing, or that other woman is too new, I think. But
yeah.
like not a great look. But also have to figure this guy's like a toy designer. I can't imagine he was trained to be like
True.
like
But who's he designing
well
toys
prepped
for?
from like a PR perspective.
Yeah.
Right?
But he was given an interview to a YouTuber.
Yeah.
It wasn't like CBS or NBC or any big like network. It was a
And you're in your
YouTuber.
booth. Yeah, you're in your booth, which is supposed to be
Yeah.
for your fans, and you have this game set up right there, and you're telling people, "Come find this thing in the booth." You know what I
And
mean?
maybe turn around and say, "Excuse me, guys, can you just keep it down a little bit while I'm doing this interview? Not shut the game off while the kid's playing it."
I don't disagree. All
It was
I'm
a long
saying
day that
is
day.
it's not a good look, but like we all have those kind of days, and that's like I'm sure he hasn't had a bunch of training for handling those situations very well.
I didn't know you were going to show that on the stream.
Maybe he
I
was
may have not have sent you that.
What I think is even worse is
Connor,
that
I didn't say it was a bet. Like it
Jerry.
excuse him of being a jerk, right? Jesus Christ.
what I think is even worse is that the video game isn't even that loud. Like
Yeah.
I could hear the guy talking in the interview perfectly fine and didn't even realize
It probably distracted him. It was probably distracting him because the kid was so excited. If you watch the video clip before that, can I tell you? Can we say where the video? Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you.
Okay, so it's Imperial Communique. You know who he is.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
so he was the one doing the interview, and that
Yeah.
from his.
I usually watch those. I'm surprised I missed that.
Yeah, so I was trying to catch up on some of his videos this past week, and I happened to watch that one, and I saw that. I'm like, Brian, you got to see this, and I sent it to John too, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
just-
not a-
I saw the thing is though, I saw the video, right? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And I had originally saw it and I was like, yeah, that seems about right. Like I'm with Eric. He's not super, personable, whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he's like me sometimes where I'm like, I don't want to hear noise when I'm watching a movie, that type of a thing. So he probably got distracted. But then during the live stream, when they're trying to say, oh, Star Wars, oh, people in the Star Wars community, we're so great. I'm like, oh no, now you're taking it a bit too far.
So, Vern, Jonathan's asking who was doing the interview. It was actually, I don't know his name, his first name. I can't remember his first name.
Imperial.
But it was him. He was doing. I'm horrible with names, so I'm sorry about that. But it was definitely him. It was him doing the interview.
Yeah, if you go to his channel,
Yeah, Imperial Communique.
it's Anthony Ford. If you see him on Instagram or
yeah,
whatever.
okay, that's right.
But he's doing the interview and he's there with talking to Jen. Also, she's not, I cropped her out. She never turned around, did that. But it
so
was
everyone go check out his video.
His interview, it's pretty good. It's like I think the one highlighted on his channel, but it's pretty funny. And if you go back and watch the Hasbro Pulse live stream when they come back from Emily Swallow putting on the helmet and Jen's talking about how nice she is, he goes, yeah, she's nice. And then kind of wants to like move on. Like he's got the thing in his head, like, I got to talk about the product.
She's awesome. She's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan.
It was really cool to have her on this stream, but how had Hasbro not gotten Pulse on Young involved in any of these events? That's beyond me.
Well, she was on the last one when they unveiled well, not on the stream, but she shared on social media the armor play set.
Yeah,
She's
she
not-
was at
that's
Comic
No, I
Con.
know, like they developed
They're
some
all-
relationship at Comic Con, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no
doubt.
that's clear. But like, it's well documented that the actor who plays Carson Teba is like a member of the
Canadian?
community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Good
But-
Canadian kid.
But like, how could they not get him involved in any of these things?
And still
Nuts.
not make his action figure in any size or
Yeah.
scale or shape or form. Like,
Crazy.
oh my god, man! And he's gonna
Because
be.
I don't even have to do anymore. Thank you guys.
He's been on every Disney Plus show. He will be on every future Star Wars Disney Plus
And they
show.
did a pilot and they did a ship and a pilot for a character that was in one scene of one show.
For the love of all
Yeah.
things Canadian, please make a Captain Carson Teba
Yeah.
action. Please.
I want all three. I want the bomber jacket one. I want
Variants now.
I just want the X-wing pilot one, and then I want the formal attire from the like court scene in Ahsoka.
Wait till everyone sees his beard next season. It's gonna
Yeah.
be like down to here, man. So
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Sure.
This community is so amazing that when I mentioned that I wanted that Jabba ornament, Mr. B ordered one for himself and one for me. So thank you, Mr. B. I really appreciate it.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's
I want
super
that
cool.
Jabba.
That's super generous, man. Thank you so much.
I also want that job.
They only had two left. They only had two left. Vern.
Don't order another one. I'm just messing around. Anyway, so that was the reveals. The HasLab Pulse was yesterday. We'll be back next week for more toys and reveals. Oh, I was going to do my announcer voice, but I'll try to stick away from it. Will give me a hard time. Anyways, we want to thank everybody for joining us this week and talking toys and stuff like that. And thanks to you guys for showing up every week and helping to make a great show. And we look forward, or at least I look forward to getting together every week to talk action figures, toy reveals, the movie. I can't even talk. All the stuff that you did.
He can't do without his game show voice. And the movies!
We got
I
hope.
need my game show voice. But anyways, I'll give you the intro that we had on the intro as the outro, and we'll see you guys next week on the
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Here's Johnny.
Toys, 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 family toys, 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 toys.